The information in this presentation is subject to change at any time, without notice. Although we strive to provide the most up-to-date facts available, it is best to confirm the accuracy of this data at the time of registration. Please note that the military does not guarantee open enrollment. We make no assertion or promise that they will accept carriers outside of their normal period of registration. Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, we will cover a lot of information, so it is recommended that you have a pencil and paper ready to write down any questions you want to ask. We will make sure to address any questions you have regarding the details of this presentation. To be clear, we are not freight brokers, do not work for the Department of Defense, and independently assist clients to understand how the freight system operates. We are a third-party training consultant specializing in helping carriers and brokers to be efficient in navigating this program used by the military bases to book freight. With that in mind, let's begin our presentation. This is the exclusive gateway for daily military freight transportation. 9 out of 10 carriers are unaware of how to access this opportunity, missing their chance to be part of something significant. Our mission is to make sure you don't miss out on one of the best opportunities in moving freight. We now turn to talk about the mission of the military. It is straightforward and reads as follows: to partner with performance-based carriers in working to meet the military's mission of providing excellent, quality service on each and every shipment. To sum it up, the military is looking for a few good carriers. As a transportation service provider, also known as a TSP, your responsibility in meeting that mission is to focus on quality and dependability of the work being performed. By doing so, you will have fulfilled the military's mission. Our mission is broken down into 2 parts. Part 1, to enroll carriers looking to move freight for the military as TSP providers. Part 2, ensuring you fully understand how the system works, allowing you to see and move available freight. Our mission reads, to help brokers and carriers complete the onboarding process and train them on how to effectively use the military's freight management software. In the next section, we talk about what is required to be approved to move military freight. There is no negotiation in these requirements, and we have no ability to change any part of it. If you meet these requirements, you will be granted access to the system if enrollment is open. Please note that these requirements apply only to accessing the system, not to any driver entering the base. All drivers will be screened at the base and only need access to the system if they book their own loads. In the latter case, the driver would need to go through the same background check as you would. Let's go through the items listed on the screen. Number 1, MC authority. The MC authority must be older than 3 years with no lapse in coverage. It has to be continuously active for the last 3 years. That means that if your insurance lapses even for 1 day, your authority starts all over, resetting to day 1. Because the military makes no exceptions to this rule, we recommend closely monitoring your insurance during renewal or when switching insurance companies. Number 2, U.S. citizenship status. All users must be U.S. citizens having been born in the U.S. or as naturalized citizens. No permanent residents, green card, or work visa holders are accepted. For dual citizens, the other country of citizenship takes precedence and may affect approval. Number 3, no felonies allowed. All users seeking access must have no felonies since the age of adulthood. Again, this step applies only to system access for booking loads and not for drivers, who will be background checked at the base entrance. The military makes no exceptions to accepting felons into the system. The military may refuse access if you have a certain class of misdemeanor on your record, usually a Class 1 or Class A. Number 4, military performance bond. A military performance bond is required for all TSPs in order to do business with the Department of Defense. It is used for serious issues such as double brokering, load abandonment, and load hostage situations. This bond, typically with a premium cost of 1 to 3% of the $100,000 amount, is based on company and personal credit. The military requires the cargo insurance to be $150,000. Beside the bond, this is the only other major expense required by the military to be part of the program. The performance bond premium is based on the credit of the company and the owner. The cost of the cargo insurance will depend on your insurance provider. While we have safety plan listed on this slide, it is not required for system access. A DOT safety plan is required to be shown to the military if requested after you have been approved. Failure to provide one can result in the removal of your company from the system. If needed, we can create a thorough safety plan for you for a nominal cost. The military does look at out-of-service violations. Out-of-service violations put the military's mission of being on time in jeopardy. This is due to the unexpected downtime of 10 hours, risking the shipment's timely delivery. Moving on from the requirements, we get most clients through the process from 4 to 6 weeks, reducing the lead time by over 75%. This is amazing since it typically takes most applicants between 3 to 6 months just to complete the enrollment part. That is not including any training necessary to navigate the system. We have this included in our 4 to 6 week process. We have streamlined the process to ensure completion in just weeks, not months. Please note that the major delays in getting approval are due to getting the UEI code, background checks, getting bonded, and also the military's lead time, items that are out of our control. Our process is divided into 5 sections. Each section is handled separately, however. 2 of these sections, the background check and banking steps, are carried out simultaneously to save time. The speed of completion depends on how quickly we can work together to complete the required checklist. The background check must be performed by a contracted military provider, which the military provides to our clients. Once you access the system, you will build tenders that will generate the freight that you can move. You must provide all the information such as trailer and commodity type, line haul rates and areas of service in order to see the loads. If you follow our training, you are guaranteed to see loads you are able to move. As you can see from our training diagram, we complete the whole process in 3 different phases. Each phase is important in the daily operation of the system. As a matter of practice, we generally start training in the system before you get your logins, so you have the ability to place your tenders in right away, which means you can move freight as early as the same week. We just spoke about guarantees, so let's talk about guarantee and refund policies. It's pretty straightforward. There are 2 things that will initiate a 100% money-back promise to you. 1. Load visibility guarantee. If you follow our training and do not see loads that fit the requirements you entered in your tender, we will refund 100% of your money. And the second is my favorite, the unthinkable refund. This covers anything unthought of that would prevent you from getting inside the door. If you are approved and ready for access to the system, but are denied access by the military for reasons outside your control, we will refund 100% of your money that you paid us. Guaranteed. There is one other refund we need to talk about. That refund is regarding the inability to obtain a bond. If you are denied a bond from 3 different companies and cannot be bonded, we will refund 75% of your enroll fee. That's right, 75% will be sent back to you, and the 25% will be applied for our time spent enrolling you up to the time of the bond denial. Again, you must show verification to be eligible for the refund. Also, if you do decide to try again at a later time, you will only owe the 75% that was refunded to you from the first time. These details and more can be found in our simple agreement form. So why choose us? Here are several reasons when considering our services. 1. We are the only nationwide company offering this specialized service. 2. Our agreement is transparent, with no hidden fees. 3. While we help you build this opportunity, you maintain full ownership of your customer relationships. By military policy, we are unable to accept ownership, commissions, or employment from our clients. 4. We are bringing you an actual customer, the largest one, with over 1,000 shipping locations nationwide. 5. We are providing you something you are guaranteed to receive. Our mission is to help you see the freight that you are eligible to move. And 6. We reduce frustration and time spent on the process by 75%. Certainly there are more reasons, but we chose not to overdo it. A couple of things that I would like to cover is some general information that is good to know as a transportation service provider. First, in the area of expectation, it is necessary that you spend ample time doing research, which is critical to the success of being in this program. While we give you extensive resources and training on how to use the system, it is your responsibility to make sure you take the time to get the information. For example, what area has the best freight? How much do the loads pay? How fast do I get paid? Or what types of trucks do they need? Some questions, like the best area or freight rates, require research, as there is A vast data of information, all available at your fingertips. As far as the other questions, the military pays between 2 to 3 days on receipt of receiving the paperwork. Also, the military uses dry vans, flatbeds, step decks, hot shots, heavy haul, box trucks, and sprinter vans. They rarely use reefers in this division, and there is some power-only freight. The way our enrollment works is that we take on around 10 to 15 carriers a week, sometimes more. To be fair and equal, just like the government, we give you the role of choosing your start date. When time slots for enrollment run out, you will need to wait until one opens up. We tend to run 2 months out, so keep that in mind when considering this. I know we covered a lot of different kinds of information, but I wanted to squeeze some of these frequently asked questions in. This concludes the details of the services we offer. We are sure that you have questions. If this is presented during a seminar session, we will discuss pricing and additional services we offer, right after this video is over. If you are watching this video via an email or web link, we will follow up with a call or email to see if you have questions and discuss the pricing with you at that time. This concludes the details of the services we offer. We are sure that you have questions. If this is presented during a seminar session, we will discuss pricing and additional services we offer, right after this video is over. If you are watching this video via an email or web link, we will follow up with a call or email to discuss the services with you at that time. The cost for our services will be found on the agreement that we will send via email to you. After having a discussion with us and reviewing the agreement, we encourage you to decide if this is the right fit for you. If you want to proceed, then you would fill it out, pay the enrollment fee, and schedule your own enrollment start date via a calendar link. Remember, the time slots fill up quickly, so enrolling early is recommended. It could be a long wait until the next opening, so you should reserve your spot now. This opportunity offers a stable and consistent environment. The majority of carriers are unaware that this military system even exists, but now you know it does. Get on board today while you have a chance to. Thank you for your time.